Hey, it's Leslie Chapman here with your Harris County. It's actually been several weeks since, probably months, well, I don't know, about several months since I've been done a live on this platform. So I am at the Bayou City Event Center, where the Harris County tax auction goes on and the trustee sales go on. This trustee sales happen after the auction. That's the first part. And so today there were no takers. Well, actually, the one property that I was going to bid on was struck off. So I did not even get a chance to bid, but I came with a couple people, and you know, they were outbidded. But I've been asked about, like, how much money should you bring, to the auction, and it really does depend on what it is that you're looking to do. When you're doing your due diligence and you find a property that you want to acquire through the auction, you need to look at, you of course, it's posted what the minimum bid amount is. It always, and expect that number to be a little bit higher on the day of the tax sale, because um, you know, the tax amount has accrued, so more taxes have accrued in terms of payment, that is owed, and so expect it to be a little higher. So it depends, maybe $100,000, and $100,000 I think would be fair. You could get something, maybe one property, maybe you could get a couple properties. It really all depends. Like last month, January 2022, there was a lot more properties for sale, but precinct 1 and precinct 4 tend to have a lot more properties that come up, for sale. Those are the ones that have tend to have more on the list. So if they're strike offs, they still usually tend to have the precincts that has more of the activity. So I saw a property, minimum bid was 34,000, and the highest bidder was 101,000. So they got it for 101,000. Property that someone I know was bidding on, it started at 14,000, and his cap was 31,000, but it was at 55. It was going to 56,000 when we walked away. So I don't know what the final bid was, but that one was, in particular, but it really does vary. And then you have some that started at, I have another one that I heard started today at, it was under 20,000, but then it went up to 100, and I think the highest bidder on that one was like 200,000. So it depends. And then you have people who bump it up. Let's say it's at 35,000, they'll say 40,000, and then someone really wants it, they may say 45, or they may say 50. You have that going on too. So remember, I told you in one of my other videos that people are running it up higher, and what I found is that in the rural counties, their bidding style makes more sense than what I'm seeing in Harris County. Harris County. So anyway, that's what went on, and so yeah, that's what went on. So I just wanted to just kind of give an update about that. I will probe more into how do you handle, squatters. If you get a property at an auction, how do you handle squatters? So I will give some insight, as to, or some suggestions on what you can do to remove squatters. People do some interesting things. I heard of a story from a fellow agent today where in his neighborhood, a family moved out. Husband died, wife moved out. Property, is under the remit of the HOA. Because they a lot of and let me back up, digress a little bit with the tax sale auctions. The ones that I tend to look at, or the group that I help do this with, are HOA judgments. I mean HOA executions, and then also judgments. Those are the ones that we tend to look at. And then later on, there's the mortgage trustee sales that happens at a pavilion in the same area as this. But going back to what my colleague was saying today, is that an investor found out about this situation at this house where the husband died and the wife moved out. stopped paying bills. I mean, the house has been vacant for 2 years. Dude moved in, and his HOA said, "Hey, if you can have this property if you maintain it, like get it fixed up and maintain it, and then you can have it." What a creative way to acquire a property. So the house has a pool in it. Of course, after 2 years, everything is looking a mess. So he's cleaning it up. I mean, this dude found out about this house and literally squatted. And HOA is like, "Yo, clean it up, and you can stay." So there's some interesting things that happen. But I am gonna do a video on that, what you can do, because I know that's probably a concern, legal ways that you can get rid of people if you acquired a property and it is now under your control, because then they really have to go. Because if they're the former owner, they forfeited all their rights, and if they're a squatter, they really, really just have to go. And so there are ways to handle that. So that'll be coming up in another video, but just wanted to tune in here. Not every month you're going to get something, but it's good to see folks and get out there and see, what's going on and what's available in terms of, the tax delinquent space. Yeah, so that's it. Take care. Have a fantastic day. Bye.